everybody, and welcome back to the Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset as we run up on the plateau. But we're going to stay in that Region 3, 6A football, and I'm going to talk to a guy that's been around a long time, and, man, I really love it talking to this guy, and that's head coach of the Cookeville Cavaliers, head coach Jimmy Maynord. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Hey, I'm doing great, Stuart. Doing good.
Well, Coach, went through the country and went over to McMinnville, come right on through, and then got over to Manchester and took on Coffee County and came away with a W, and it was a big win because they're all big wins now, but more so because what's kind of going on as this thing shapes out. But take us through that game and taking on Coffee County.
Well, Coffee County was coming off a big win there with Siegel, and tough football game. We knew going in that we were going to have to play well, playing on the road, and we really got off to a pretty good start. Returned a punt for a touchdown. Got up 21-0 there in the first half, and then we turned the ball over on a fumble and gave them a.
He was nice to him
down there right at the end of the first half. They threw a little touchdown pass with about 2 seconds left, and went up 21-7 at half, and then we come out the second half, and we really kind of dominated the second half. We scored, I guess, in 3 consecutive touches and went up 41-7, I guess, and then they were able to come back and score there late on our subs in the game. But a good football game. Our kids played pretty well for the most part. I think we still got some areas on defense that we've got to get shored up. We're pretty young over there and not real big, and Coffee County did a pretty good job they didn't score a lot of points, but they were able to keep the football for a lot of plays, and had a hard time getting them off the field. But but still we were able to offensively get some points on the board and come out with a big district win, which is good, region win, which is good for us.
How'd my buddy Stockton Owen play? How'd your quarterback do?
He did a good job. He had about 140. We didn't throw the ball at about 4 times, but he had 145 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns. So he was, he was big there. And then we had a sophomore that actually stepped in and played. Our starting tailback hurt his shoulder and couldn't play. So Evan Whited came in the game, and I think only had like 8 touches for 132 yards and a couple of scores. So he had a big night for us.
Great. Defensively, though, you felt like you just felt like Coffee County took a little bit advantage of you in just a certain areas where you were small. Is that?
Well, they did a really good job. They had a quarterback that's a good runner, big kid, and they 4 and 5 yards you to death, and just kept the ball a little bit more than I would like.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be 3 and out all the time, and it's obviously it's not going to be that way. But but again, at the end of the day, it's not how many yards you gain; it's how many points you score. Your guys really, if we don't turn the ball over at the end of the first half, then they probably don't score that touchdown, and then they scored late against our young guys. So, I guess I should be pleased with that, but I still think we've got to be a little more physical on defense. I thought we were not getting a lot of people to the ball, and I think that's an area we just got to get better at.
Did you feel like you managed the game from a penalty standpoint and whatnot, as far as just controlling that and keeping the game moving and not trying to stop it, shoot yourself in the foot?
Yeah, I mean we had a touchdown call back.
Mm-hmm.
The second play of the game, we had about a 50-yard run call back, and they called holding on our fullback. You called that one back, but
was he holding?
You obviously got to eliminate. And
was he holding?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just asked. I don't want to know the cut. I'm not investigating the ref.
Don't think
okay. Either was or he wasn't.
But again, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You was penalized. Well, I hate to say this, Coach, but it seems like to me everybody you play is just beat Siegel. I don't mean that to silly, but
in watching the tape, Siegel, gosh, dog, they kind of like a snake bit. They had a lead late in the game. They had a 2-touchdown lead late in this game with Warren County, and the dang quarterback Warren County just took the game over. and he is a heck of a player.
That's all everybody keeps talking about. They say he is electric.
I've got a lot of concern for him because that dude is he is one heck of an athlete, and just he makes everybody kind of look bad with his legs. He runs the football, and you never know where he's going to run it to. He just he'll pull it down and take off with it, and he's a heck of a player. He's a good sized kid and makes a lot of tackles, very elusive. And, Warren County, they got a lot of momentum. They've won 3 football games, and they're sitting in good shape. They've won 2 district games, and they're a good football team. They've got great size. I think they've got athleticism, and this has a making for a really, really good football game. And I know that we're going to have to play. We're going to have to play better than we played last Friday night. I've told our kids that, and if we play like we played Friday night, we will not win this football game. We have to play much better, and because we're facing a pretty dang good football team that's playing with a lot of confidence. They've done a good job.
Well, and it's hard to explain to them, but I mean, they know it. They're playing, their Friday night is to play to get better for later on, and you definitely want to be in that dance circle and get an invite to it. So, I mean, you're just notching your gun barrel because, like you said, as the lower ones if somebody beats somebody and then somebody beats somebody, and then, you still got Riverdale still got to go through them. And Blackman you got to still play Blackman. So, there's a lot of, there's so much football left, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
And the big thing is you talked about that other young gentleman that was a little banged up. Is that the only one that is banged up, or do you have several because of your youth?
No, we're pretty good. Last week's game, we actually got everybody back except for a center who was out for the season, and so we were going into that game. We were pretty good shape, and then our tailback hurt his shoulder there early, and it was right in the first half. First quarter, and he had to come out of the game, and I'm not sure. He's not going to play this week, so he'll be down, but everybody else should be okay. We're going to welcome the week off, because I think everybody at this point in the season, when you've played 7 football games, you look for a little week to kind of heal up, and hopefully we can play well and win a football game, and because we'll have to play well to win for sure, and come out of this thing healthy and get healed up for the final 3, and just see what happens.
Coach, it has been, once again, these few minutes I get to spend with you, I just love it, and appreciate you being on the show. I hope you win Friday night, and I hope you have a good break, and shoot, man, I'm just going to talk to you in about 14 days, and you'll have another win by then. How about that?
Hey, I hope you're right, Stork. I appreciate you.
All righty. See you then.
For high school football, man.
All righty. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you there. Bye.
Bye.